This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
Introduction. An interview is a meeting between the applicant and the employees, thus representing an organization's supply and demand. Whether an individual is applying for a scholarship or a job, it is necessary to interview to determine whether they qualify for the applied position. Both the interviewee and the interviewer need to prepare appropriately before an interview. Interviews are critical to interviews. Therefore, they should spend some more time preparing before attending. In addition, job interviews are critical to employers because they help them choose the best candidate that suits their organization's position. How to prepare for a job interview. Interviewers carry out interviews for many reasons, one being to get the interviewee's impression relating to his or her image obtained in the application documents and those that he/she did not write. Therefore, the preparation for the following interview is vital. Firstly, the interviewer should conduct more research regarding the company in which he/she has an interview. This information should include what exactly the company deals with and how successful the company is. How does it conduct its corporate culture, and how do the communities view the corporate culture? Investigate their market position, find out the role played by the position being interviewed, and have relevant information concerning conducting a typical day in the company. Secondly, the interviewee should ensure that he/she rereads the job advertisements severally in order to clearly understand the job requirements and think out the main reasons to prove whether he/she can meet such requirements. The interviewer should not exaggerate things during an interview because it will appear as if he/she is overqualified. On the contrary, the interviewer should not lie during an interview because the information will appear to be paranoid. Thirdly, the interviewees must find out the duration of the interview in order to allocate time for their answers accordingly. If possible, they should seek information on who the interviewers will be and do some research on the interviewer's favorite topics during interviews so that they can prepare accordingly. The interviewee can obtain such information by researching the website, where he/she can find an individual who passed through that interview earlier. Fourthly, some questions are very common in almost every interview. Therefore, the interviewee should prepare and go through such questions by taking a friend to act like an interviewer or interviewing him or her to measure his/her capability in answering questions. Such questions include why you think you fit this position and your strengths and weaknesses, among others. Conclusion. A job interview is very relevant to any company because it helps the company obtain the best candidate suitable for the available company's position. In preparation for a job interview, it is important that an individual conduct more research regarding the organization in which she has an interview. Secondly, an interviewee should ensure that he or she severally reads the requirements of the applied job in order to get answers on how he/she meets such requirements. Thirdly, an interviewee should investigate the total time that the interview will take. Fourthly, revising common interview questions is vital. Finally, the interviewee should memorize his/her CV in order to answer questions in line with it. However, every individual needs to consider preparation before an interview. Did you like this How to Prepare for a Job Interview sample? To get more works like this one, make sure to check out the free database of academic paper examples at ivypanda.com. You will find thousands of samples for all your study needs without even having to register.